What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another gold farming video. So in today's video, we have another episode of the fake value series, basically where we go and we do all the most popular, like really big fake value farms, and we'll kind of break it down and we take a look at how much you can actually make and what items that you're left with. Because whenever you do an item that is considered fake value, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will make no gold, because if you get 2 million gold in market value, right, and even if you delete 99% of the items, and in the end you might just be left with 100,000 gold, that's still a pretty decent gold per hour, right? So I've already featured a ton of these farms, and if you guys are enjoying these videos, make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and you will be notified whenever I upload another video. But in today's video, we've got the Blade's Edge Depleted farm. So some of you guys are probably aware of this. A lot of you guys probably aren't, because there's not that many people doing it, right? It can be done solo, but it's obviously going to be better to do in a group. So I'm going to show you the specific farm that we do. And the whole shebang. It's not a complicated farm, but in order to min-max this farm, there's a couple of things that you need to know of. So before we dive into that, I do want to say yet again, big thank you to everyone that has picked up the 0 to 10 million gold guide. And I'm super excited to update this very exact book for Dragonflight. So if you buy it now, or if you've bought it in the past, don't worry, you will get the Dragonflight updates for free. They're just going to be sent to your mail as long as you've bought the book. And if you haven't yet, just make sure you use the discount code Shadowlands and you will get it for 50% off. It's going to be linked like down below in the description and also pinned comments. So first of all, location. Now, the killing part takes place at Bashir's Landing. But once you've killed mobs for like 60 minutes, you are going to be flying around in this entire ridge right here, which we're gonna show you guys what it's all about, right? And then at the end, we will look at how much gold we got. There's obviously some RNG elements, but like roughly how much gold you will make according to Loot Appraiser, right? But on this farm, this entire area right here, there's a couple of ways of doing it. Some people just roam the entire area, like run in circles and constantly kill and loot. When I do it, I always place markers on the crossroads. So one marker down here, one in the middle right here, one over here, one down here, and one here. Like basically at every crossroad, we place a marker. We kill for like 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Then we fly around and loot, and then rinse and repeat. So we want to be killing these Bashir mobs, but also the unbound ethereals. Like basically all the mobs right here. And as you guys can see, the density is pretty damn good. Now, these guys will drop you like the Ethereum prison keys, which is used for reputation, as long as you've reached Honored with the Consortium and you've actually done the pre-quest for them right at this hub right here. Like you can literally, as soon as you hit Honored, you can just go and pick up the quest. The quest is to go and get a prison key from the mobs right underneath where you pick up the quest. Super easy stuff. It also gives you the option to get these keys when you farm Mana Tombs on Heroic. But people tend to buy these. It's a nice steady way of making income. Not only that, but since you're killing these unbound ethereal mobs, they will drop you motes of mana. So you will make like roughly 3,000-4,000 golds. Closer to 5-6 actually if you do a full 60 minutes of just like primal mana. You're also killing TBC mobs, so you have the chance of getting world drop epic transmog items and the patterns and plans like Fellsteel. But the best item, or the item, the reason why you're killing these mobs in the first place is not because of this. This is just a bonus. It is to get these depleted items. Now, there's a ton of different depleted items. If you're playing TBC Classic right now, you are fully aware of these items. If you haven't, you probably don't remember these items. But basically, they drop like this. Depleted two-handed axe. And in order to get the actual item, you need to spend 50 Apexis shards, which are these, in order to complete it, to make it into this. It's the same thing for the staff and the dagger and this mace. and they are all very valuable. Like, I've sold a ton of these mugs over the years, as you guys have probably seen on my auction house cleanouts. And right now, it was about time to restock, because I don't really have many of these left up on the auction house. So by killing these mobs, like the entire ridge right here, can drop you the Pexus shards. You get like hundreds of them. It's not really a big deal. But the majority of the gold and the majority of the depleted items that you're going to get from this farm doesn't actually come in the first 60 minutes of killing mobs. Because sure, the depleted items can also drop off regular mobs, but you're mostly doing it just to farm up Apexis shards, and like everything else is just a bonus. Because once you've done it for 1 hour, you're going to summon mini bosses in order that has a way higher chance of dropping these depleted items. So like 80% of the gold that you make it by summoning these mini bosses and killing them. So there's a couple of locations where you can summon these. So the optimal tactic is to go to that farm location, you kill for 60 minutes, and then all 5 of you go and you kill these on each face, right? Like you just switch. Once you've killed all the bosses, you switch to like someone in your group, probably placed in a different realm. You switch to his face and you kill all of the bosses on his face as well. And you keep on doing that until you're all out of Apexis shards, because you have like 2 locations right here in Crystal Spine where you can summon these dragons. Like there's going to be this pop-up menu that tells you to give his like 35 Apexis shards, and you will summon a dragon. The dragon, you one-hit the dragon, it's no biggie, and he has a higher chance of giving you a depleted item and 100% chance of giving you one of these scales. There's 4 different dragons. There's 2 up here in the Crystal Spine, and then there's 2 down here at Ugri-La. So once you have 4 of these scales, which, as I said, has a 100% drop chance, you can make it into this cloak, the Deathwing Cloak, which also sells as a transmog. Super easy mogs to acquire. And the icing on the cake is the cloak, like, because, as I said, they do have a higher chance of giving you the depleted items right here, rather than killing the normal mobs. But that's not it, though. Like, that's 4 dragons with a higher chance of getting depleted loot. But there's also other mini bosses that you can summon. Like, each one of these forge camps has 3 mini bosses that you can summon as well. So there's a total of 10 mini bosses that you can kill or summon with the Apexis shards. You kill them for a higher chance of getting even more depleted items. So it is an extremely, extremely good farm that I definitely advise all of you guys to do at least one time. Because honestly, if you do it one time, kill for 60 minutes, all 5 of you go and summon a ton of mini bosses, you will most likely get at least one of each item, like each depleted item. And you don't really have to do it again until you've sold the majority of them. You go and you restock, right? So right now I'm going to show you an example of like, this is what it looks like. These fell crystal prisms. You click on these, and then once again, it's 35 Apexis shards, and the boss will get summoned. So there's always going to be 3 of these shards in each forge camp. You can see there's another one over here, and then there's another one all the way over here. But they're super easy to spot. So this is the series Fake Value, and this is very fake value, because as you can see, some of these depleted items, like the ring, for instance, has a market value of 1 million gold. The depleted version, like the mace, 100k. A lot of this is realistic prices, though. That's the cool thing about it. But cloth braces, 150k, right? Like, it is insane. So we did this for 1 hour. And these are the results that we got. We got Stormburgers with 1.6 million, me with 1.1 million, Nerissa with 970k, Cass with 843k. The last guy was not in the Ludicrous Challenge, but he got above 1 million. However, we did it the budget way, because I wanted to get like the gold per hour, so 60 minutes of work. Now, obviously, if you kill the mobs and farm the shards for an hour, and then you spend another 20 minutes to 30 minutes to kill the mini bosses, it's not actually an hour spent. It's above that. So what we did is that we killed for 45 minutes, and we only summoned the bosses like 1 time. right? So we missed out on a lot of loot, and that was just because I wanted to get it done in an hour. But if you do it properly, like we usually do it, you kill for 60 minutes, you summon all the bosses like 5 times, so you kill like 50 mini bosses, and you will get way more loot. Now, in terms of fake value or not, yes, it is super fake value, but like me, for instance, that's according to Ludicrous Challenge 1.1 million. Like, I've sold this very same dagger for over 100,000 gold. I've sold the mace for over 100,000 gold. I've sold the staff for over 100,000 gold. And this one, some clown posted it for 1.5k. But I've sold all weapons for over 100,000 gold. And the armor pieces, I've sold them for close to 100,000 gold. But every price is different. RNGs happens and all of that. The moral of the story or the video is it's a very good farm. Like, don't care about the millions upon millions of market value that the add-on will show you. There is still a lot of gold to be made. So if anything was unclear in the video, please let me know down below in the comment section. Ask your questions. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more videos like this one. And hey, you can always press that thumbs up on the video, as it really helps me out. It's the best way of showing support, because it just helps feature the video to even more people. But that is it for today's video, guys. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye bye.